LamLock two-part epoxy. It's a 2-to-1 mixing ratio, 2 part A, which is the resin, to 1 part B, which is the hardener. We're going to be demonstrating a lamination today. We've already pre-cut a thin strip of the granite that we're going to be laminating. This is 2 centimeter thick stone. We're going to lay a layer of glue on this edge right here and then turn this over to create what's called a lamination, where the front edge of your countertop would appear double thick. I've already wiped down the surfaces that are going to be glued with some acetone to get any sawdust off of the surface and get it ready for the glue to have proper adhesion. Again, being a 2-to-1 mixing ratio, I'm using our set of mixing cups that have graduations already on them to get the proper ratio. I'm going to fill 2 of these cups with part A, which is the resin, and 1 with the hardener, and then mix. Since we have such a small job, I'm only going to fill it up to the second line on the cup, which is the first blue line right here. I'm now going to take the hardener, part B, and fill the third cup. Again, we're using the same ratio. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, so I'm going to fill it to the same lines. By using 3 cups, I now know I will have the proper mixture of 2 part A to 1 part B. I'm now going to take the cup that had the hardener, part B, and pour the part A's into it. I'm going to take a wooden tongue depressor and mix. As I'm mixing, I will start to feel the cup get warm in my hand. I know the chemical reaction is starting to take place. With the LamLock being a flowing epoxy, flowing being the consistency of pancake syrup, it enables me to get a tight lamination joint, which is what you want on the front edge. You don't want something thick like a peanut butter consistency that's going to be too big of a gap. And now it is starting to feel warm in my hand. Not burning, but warm like a semi-warm cup of coffee. I'm going to butter the edge here with the epoxy. Now going to take the piece that I've already again wiped with the acetone and turn it, put it on. We're going to clamp it while the epoxy cures. As you're clamping, you're going to see the squeeze out of the epoxy coming out the joint. We will then allow this to cure overnight. We're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to throw this against the ground, and you'll see that the glue joint will not break. The rest of the stone will break somewhere else. Okay, we're back now 24 hours after we used the LamLock flowing epoxy to create our lamination joint. Once again, the lamination is where we take 2 pieces of stone and make the front edge of the stone appear double thick. Most laminations are taller than this. This one's only about 1 inch tall, but we're going to test the strength of our glue here. You can see where the glue came on the underside here. Assuming that the bond is done correctly, the stone should break somewhere other than our lamination joint. As you can see, where the stone broke, our glue joint stayed intact. The stone found other places to break, several places, but the lamination stayed together.